Everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. Hell, Everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. What? 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 So, guys, it's a a little later than usual. So, so um, so here we are. It's Tuesday, July 1st, and there's a lot to discuss as usual, but I'm gonna make a short video now because long story. I was dealing with family, my mother. They're okay, but it's just sometimes, guys, dealing with family members is very stressful because as they get much older, it's difficult to reason with them. So anyway, so it's okay. So it's stressful, right? So then I got distracted by uh, everything. So, but I'm good. I'm okay. I'm back. And let's look at what's going on. So let's do protection. I like to ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I feel my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I'd like to ask that information come only from the highest sources that I create the good and all the goodness of this. Okay, so here is Ladybug earring again. It's cute, right? Guys, the weather. It's disgusting humid over here. And it's, there's like summer storms. It's very troubling times. But it feels, we're connected to everything that's going on in the world. So it's scary. It's scary. It's scary. So all right. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is this development that so unexpected. No, not nobody is shocked. So unfortunately, I don't know. So I don't know what to say. Is it unfortunate? Yes, it is, but it's totally expected. So the administration is halting shipment of weapons to Ukraine. The only reason as you guys know, that I believe that eventually they're going to ask the military to go help Rush. Time to helping Rush. Help victim. Because we have the right to bomb anybody. We have a right to kill children, grandmothers. Because we have the right, we're better. We're better people. And we are a victim. We need American military. We are a victim. Victim. So no, so really, but that's the reality that would. So anyway, if anything, like I said, I wouldn't call it hope, but it's just that I see that this is going to be driving closer and closer to where I think is the ultimate move. Do what the Rush, helping Rush. He recognized we own him. We are not fighting no more. Not fighting. Understanding. Thinking, counting monies, understanding. Work for us. Work for us. Truly. Okay. So now let's asking. Let's see. Let's look. Let's look. But you've been forewarned, okay? Because it is upsetting when you first see it. Okay. Let's go. So the Trump administration is even stopping delivery of Patriots. So disgusting and embarrassing as the leader of the free world. I guess we are done with that. So that's Mike Fall. Is a former ambassador of the U.S. in Iraq. So that's him. And here, breaking news: White House confirms it has halted weapons that Ukraine was scheduled to receive, including PAC-3 Patriots, artillery rounds, Stinger, and missiles, etc. So actually, when it came out, I looked up the person who did it. It's so funny. I was like, try to like edit the Wikipedia. I've never done it, I don't think, but so the person, it's like I was going to say, halting weapons shipments to Ukraine. But because they should, it should come, their name should come, they should speak out. We should know who these people are. It's just so awful, right? But I did nothing. Of course, I was calm. I'm remain calm. So All right, so let's just show you another, from news from Politico. So this is from Politico. Pentagon halting some promised munitions for Ukraine. The decision was driven by the Pentagon's policy chief, Elbridge Colby, and was made after a review of Pentagon munitions stockpiles. So I looked up this guy, and of course, he's like some waspy looking dude, and like very anti. He wants the U.S. to be away, essentially repeating the Russia talking point. Okay, so it's okay, but I, guys, thank God for Europe, because they thought this is the plan of this administration, right? We know that they thought that nobody was going to do anything. They were going to get away with everything. It didn't happen quite like that, right? So the Pentagon has halted shipments of some air defense missiles and other precision munitions to Ukraine due to worries that U.S. weapons have fallen too low. Like, really, they have fallen too low. No, they don't need, especially defense. Can you imagine? It's like, oh yeah, let them get killed. That's essentially what's happening. The decision was driven by the Pentagon's policy chief, Elbridge Colby, and was made after a review of Pentagon munitions stockpiles, leading to concerns that the total number of artillery rounds, air defense missiles, and precision munitions was sinking, according to three people familiar with the issue. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. The initial decision to withhold some aid promised during the Biden administration came in early June, according to the people, but is only taking effect now as Ukraine is beating back some of the largest Russian barrages of missiles and drones at civilian targets in Kyiv and elsewhere. Right. The people were granted anonymity to discuss current operations. The Pentagon did not respond to a request for comment. As I'm reading this, I'm getting that they're furious that this leaked, right? Leaked. But right, it's like, oh no, we did nothing. We did nothing. No, no. So now I want to let's go back. Oh, does not have questions. Let's go look at questions. But before I go here, let's look at this is the guy. Look how kind of creepy. Elbridge Colby. That's him. You want to put up? Wow, look at him. I just here, so okay. Here it is. Colby identifies as a realist. He believes that China is the principal threat faced by the United States and that Asia should be the priority of U.S. efforts and resources. He advocates for the U.S. to shift its military planning and resources to prepare for a conflict over Taiwan and supports bolstering U.S. industrial capacity. Oh, look at this guy. No, all I need to know about him. Look, in a Time article he co-authored with Heritage Foundation President Kevin Roberts, Colby wrote that we need to be absolutely clear, without question, the top external threat to America is China by far. So, okay, so I'm really, guys, it's not that China hasn't done things, but I think it's this narrative is all about shifting, right, from the real culprit that we know. All right, so now let's ask the question, the real question. So okay, let's go. So, U.S. stops shipment of weapons to Ukraine. Will Ukraine be okay? What happens next regarding U.S. helping our? That's what is effective. What we're doing here. Okay, so let's ask. What happens? Will Ukraine be okay? And I see Germany. Wow, it shows me Germany sending a lot, and they were preparing for this. Europeans and NATO too. And I see that it's interesting. I see NATO seeing Ukraine as the front of a war against Europe, because, and this is what uh, Putin himself has stated in a way, right? He does have a thing with Ukraine. He believes it's a mine. I deciding I take it. I grab it, I take it, and I blame them. That is what I do. I blame them. I doing that. I killed people. It's the he gets away with this thus far, but that's the story, right? Anyway, NATO sees that they have to defend Ukraine, not because necessarily they're just kind people. We don't know that necessarily, but because they know that if they don't protect that front, it comes to them. That's their next. Truly, it's a fact. Okay. So it shows me, yes, Ukraine will be okay, and they were preparing and they're prepared for it. And then they make a lot of those drones anyway. So, and I see NATO stepping up, but they, like I said, I think Europe and NATO were expecting this anyway. It was kind of announced on the down low. So the next question is, what happens next regarding US helping Russia against Ukraine? Because that's the first one of the first steps, right? So what else? And say, oh, I see that Trump is going to be like, oh, we need US forces to monitor what's happening there, because it's not fair. It's not fair. We want to be a peace plan, a peace. You know how there's like UN peacekeeping or something, like, no, we need to go over there and, like, just check out. Oh, look, this is very heavy, guys. I don't have, sometimes this thing is not strong enough. This whatever this thing falls, so it's annoying. But anyway, so it's like, no, we just need to send some soldiers over there. And I see, again, I've been saying before, the military is saying no. But that Putin wants, like, I want all, hello, trash, it's me, Vladi calling. You know what I want from you. I want all US military to help me because I help you. I give you election. You give us something in return. You understanding? You understanding? Really, right? That's it. So, and it's saying not that far off in the distance. It's pretty close. Okay. So that's this part of the answer. In other words, so I'm gonna ask it. I know I ask it from time to time. Uh, are we close? So are we close to Trump asking the military how bro Vladimir out in Russia, man? That's all I ask. All I ask. So yeah, that's what he's been told, that he's already been told this, and he's preparing the ground. Yeah, yeah. So, all right, so that's it. Now, since we have the name of this person involved in this, I want to know, it is associated guy, this guy Elbridge. So what's up with Elbridge? Okay, let's ask here, what's up with Elbridge? Associated. So again, what's up with this guy, Elbridge Colby, who's associated with the Heritage Foundation? So again, let's go. Let's look at. We're looking at the helm. Looking at the helm. Well, what's up with this guy, Elbridge Colby, the one who said no more weapons for Ukraine? What's up with him? What's going to happen to him in the next year, 2 years? Let's say. What's happening with him now? Oh, I see that there's a fire under his butts. Yeah, as if. Oh, see, I think it's fine. But what is this? He's being fired up, but it's like they're telling him, go do it. He's been tasked with doing exactly this. And what then I see that actually the face of Kevin Roberts, our Project 2025 and the Heritage Foundation. What does he want to say? Let's take over. Take over the military financing. And I see that he's associated also with Tech Bros, because we know that Peter Thiel has all kinds of military related companies, Underil and Palantir. So, okay, he does that. And I see, okay, he signed, there's a document where he signs this. Oh my God. Is there, yeah, saying there's something where he signs this. And then, wow, and then I see his hand chopped. Wow. How? Oh, it shows me that I think in places like Saudi Arabia, it's like eye for an eye, kind of back in, remember I think that was sometimes the Bible or some other thing said, oh, eye for an eye. Was that right? I don't know. I'm sorry. Just back in the day, back, 2000 years ago, God knows when. Uh, so yeah, that his hands, he's a thief. So his hands are gonna, so he'll be punished and he will be made an example of. How will he be punished? Recorded, expelled. Expelled from where? From the Pentagon? Okay. What else? Okay, wow. I see that he's now very proud. Oh, I'm doing what I'm here to do. I'm very proud of myself. And then he's right in the corner of this stage, and he's so proud of himself. And he takes another step and he falls. And it's a skyscraper, and he just falls. And I'm not saying that it's not that he's gonna die or anything, but he took the step and it's over. He'll be ejected. That's what I'm getting. But then I have another question. I do have to go soon, but I don't want to make it very long. But oh my God, this keeps falling. So let me forget about it for now because otherwise. Okay. So so I wanted to ask about the Heritage Foundation because it's very obvious, right, that the Heritage Foundation is involved in this. So, okay, so tell me, what about Kevin Roberts? He's okay, so I see that he's driving. He's driving a fancy car, but it tells me that what this really is that it's about he's driving the policy. Okay, so I'm talking about Kevin Roberts, right? So he's driving and he has some with sunglasses on, and there's a glass. It's funny because it's like a car, but it has a giant window. So it's like he's driving the kind of like the front, the aggressive policies of the Trump administration. He's like, oh yeah, here I am driving. And then suddenly when the whole thing falls, he is take grabbed because he truly is at the forefront of their shady policies. So everybody knows, and then he can't escape it. I was like, no, 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 no. And then so okay, so then so the story of this is I'm asking this because this is one of the most disheartening aspects of this whole thing, that Trump is definitely not alone. There are hundreds and possibly thousands of very powerful people and institutions that are pushing for the US to become a colony of Russia. Okay. Why is the Heritage Foundation? Right? So why is the Heritage Foundation pushing for the US to become a colony of Russia, basically? Because basically that's what it is, right? We do what they want. What does that make us, right? Oh, it's saying it's all white people. It's saying, look, and it's not even true because I watched some of these military channels, also Russian expat channels, and they talk about how even there's a lot of Muslims over in Russia too, and how the Caucasus, there's like like next to Mongolia, there's a lot of Asian people there. There's like it's not just white people. Okay. And so he's like, oh, but it's just all this, the white culture, white Christian culture is under attack. And we want to, get with these countries that are going to ensure our survival. Okay. So it's really like it's very disturbing, this whole but they bought into it. And they think it's saying that they believe part of it is racism, part of it is economic. what's the word? Economic oppression. So they feel like if they can become a country like Russia, that they can oppress the population and do whatever they want and steal whatever to make the country completely just about them. And it's reminding me of the, have you guys read this book called The Family? It's about the Christian right and how they have infiltrated Washington. So it's so that's the explanation. Now, my question then becomes what happens to the Heritage Foundation? Okay. After this. Okay, what happens? Because clearly they are a a weapon against America, right? After this. Okay, so presumably it's not going to last forever, and I really don't see us becoming like a Nura, but that's what they want. So if and when this whole thing falls apart, what is going to happen to the Heritage Foundation? Okay, so I see Kamala pointing to the whole like a whole new, what is it, a group? It's not a group. It's like a commission of, it's like it's not Nuremberg, but something like a huge giant effort to find all these people that have collaborated with the enemy. And it's saying once they examine the books and where the money comes from, they will find that there's a relationship, a long distance and long-term relationship with it. Or and a lot of those oligarchs, even the cooks, by the way, who are okay with this, a lot of this. So that's right, it will be dismantled. Sort of like what happened with the NRA, right? And so this is it. So let me pause here. And now I'm going to a controversial topic that I have spoken about before, and it's people's bizarre assertion that Kamala doesn't want it. She won. Okay, Kamala won. And I find it very disturbing how comfortable people are with saying that, oh, I don't think she wants it. She won the election. It was stolen from her, but she won. And the idea that we can just, oh, she's fine, she doesn't want it. Oh, she does want it. She does want it. Okay. And it's with if you were ever come to the point of she not wanting it, you want to hear it from her mouth, not from like, it's like, so I find it so careless that a person who has fought for everything she had in her life, that she would just be like, oh, whatever, oh, sure, I'm fine, I don't want it, I don't want anybody to be upset. That's just not the attitude that comes from a person like her. And I'm going to keep saying it until people get it. Okay, because I unfortunately, you will listen. There was some channels. Oh, Kamala doesn't want it, and I have to just say it's a controversial thing that I'm going to say, but it's like a lot of white people are comfortable making that statement, and it's troubling because who the hell are we, are you, or whatever, to say that she doesn't want it? Of course, she wants power. That's what this is all about. When you say that someone like Kamala doesn't want it, you're saying, oh, she doesn't need power. Oh no, she wants power. She needs power. That's what Martin Luther King fought for. Okay, really. Everybody, like, she wants power. People want power, including her. That's why she ran for office, because she wants power. That's the whole point. So the idea that, oh no, Kamala, she just wants to come, stay home and knit, whatever. No, she wants it. She's a prosecutor. She wants it. And she's gonna take the job. When the right time comes, she's gonna take the job. Okay. So I stand by this, and I know something like, oh, such and such said it. Kamala doesn't want it. Oh no, she's done. Oh really? That's not my problem. Whoever someone said, I believe it. And it's like, even if a person believes that, oh, we don't know how is she gonna, oh, I don't know how she's gonna take it now, but the idea, this is what I find most disturbing. It's not up to anybody to speak on her behalf, to say that, oh, she doesn't want it. No, she won. She fought for it. She's going to take it. So deal with it. Okay. Oh, yeah, you don't see it. But the idea, it's like, would you be okay if someone said to you, oh, Rosie, you don't want this job, right? No, no, you don't want it, right? But thanks. Like, who the hell are you? Nobody has the right to say that about anybody, because she won. She is the only person who gets to decide that about her life, really. And historically, women, especially Black women, let's be real, right? A lot of people dismiss them and us, right? With people in general, oh, women, like, well, I don't know, she's fine. It's really very troubling. Don't do that, really. It's not okay. It's not okay. So I'm just saying, it is, I am a somewhat controversial person sometimes, but it is what it is. It's, I'm not gonna let it pass. I'm not gonna know. So if you come, you come and say, oh, she just doesn't want it, I'm gonna say something, okay? Because it is what it is. It's not okay. It's not okay to say that, okay? Speaking of She Won, there is an online event called She Won. Okay, actually, okay, let's talk about this online event. Thanks to Terry. Okay, thanks to Terry. She sent me this link. It's from that Substack. All right, so it's an online event. So let me show you what I got here. I'll see. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so this is from, okay, here it is from explaining the manipulated data, the Common Coalition report, and the constitutional steps to get her in there. This will hold. She won. Please join us for our first virtual meeting. She won. The huge crowds, all that joy. We voted for her. We know she won. A virtual call to understand the Common Coalition report. Join the call. So it's tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Time. I don't know that I subscribe to this. I don't think I do because I didn't receive it. So I have to subscribe it. The way to get this. Let's see here. So this is okay. So I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna show you. I clicked on that link and that's what I got. Okay. So she won, and this is how we get her in there. Common Coalition. So all right, so online events. Okay, so you have to register and it will be provided to you. Okay. So I just want to I'm going to post the link here below. Okay. So that you can register for it. Okay. All right. So okay. So thank you. And so there's a lot to talk about today. But I wanted, like I said, I'm gonna do this somewhat short version so that I'm gonna do another video because life, there's all these things happening, but I think it's good to do it in pieces so that I get in depth on things. Okay. All right. So thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. I'm gonna make another video later. Okay. Bye.